Have you ever found yourself in this dilemma? You have limited time and wonder whether to do a quick 10-minute intense workout or spend an hour walking slowly. I used to face this exact same struggle in my busy schedule. And I think many of you can relate to this common modern problem. But here's something that completely changed my perspective. A groundbreaking study from Harvard Medical School followed 400,000 people for 12 years, and what they discovered will shock you. The results challenge everything we thought we knew about exercise and longevity. Let's face the reality first. According to recent data, 88% of modern adults struggle with insufficient physical activity. In our fast-paced world, the average working professional spends 52 hours per week at work, leaving very little time for exercise. But is this really about time, or is it about the method we choose? Here's where it gets absolutely fascinating. Research from the Karolinska Institute in Sweden compared two groups. One group did high-intensity exercise for 15 minutes, 3 times per week. The other group did low-intensity exercise for 1 hour, 5 times per week. The shocking result? The high-intensity group showed 27% greater longevity benefits compared to the low-intensity group. How is this even possible? The answer lies in our cellular powerhouses called mitochondria. When we engage in high-intensity exercise, our mitochondrial function explodes with activity. Scientists at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology measured this phenomenon and found that mitochondrial activity increased by an astounding 380% after just 15 minutes of high-intensity exercise. But wait, there's more to this story than just time efficiency. A comprehensive study from the University of Copenhagen followed 30,000 participants for decades. The results revealed a clear pattern in longevity benefits. Based on exercise intensity, the low-intensity exercise group increased their average lifespan by 2.3 years, which is certainly impressive. However, the high-intensity exercise group achieved a remarkable 5.1-year increase in average lifespan. The science behind this is truly remarkable. High-intensity exercise triggers what scientists call the HIIT effect. This phenomenon keeps your metabolism elevated for up to 24 hours after your workout ends. This is known as excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, which means your body continues burning calories and improving cellular function long after you've finished exercising. Now, let me be clear about low-intensity exercise, because it definitely has its place. The American Heart Association published data showing that 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week can reduce heart disease risk by 43%. Low-intensity exercise also effectively reduces cortisol levels, our primary stress hormone, while boosting serotonin production, which helps combat depression and anxiety. So here's the million-dollar question that I know you're all thinking about. Which type of exercise is actually better for extending your lifespan? The surprising answer is that you need both, but there's a specific hierarchy. Researchers at the University of Glasgow studied 120,000 participants and discovered the optimal exercise pattern. The group that combined 2 high-intensity sessions with 3 low-intensity sessions per week showed the highest longevity benefits. On average, they lived 7.2 years longer than sedentary individuals. But here's a crucial tip that most people don't know. High intensity doesn't mean randomly going all out without structure. Research from the University of Tokyo found that exercising at 80 to 85% of your maximum heart rate produces the greatest benefits. To calculate your maximum heart rate, simply subtract your age from 220. For example, if you're 40 years old, your maximum heart rate would be 180. 80% of this is 144, and 85% is 153. Exercising within this heart rate zone maximizes mitochondrial improvements and protects your telomeres, which are directly linked to cellular aging and longevity. However, I must emphasize some important safety considerations. High-intensity exercise is incredibly effective, but starting too aggressively can lead to injury. The American College of Sports Medicine recommends at least 4 weeks of adaptation before beginning a high-intensity program, especially for people who haven't been regularly active. If you have existing cardiovascular conditions, joint problems, high blood pressure, or diabetes, you absolutely must consult with a healthcare professional before starting any high-intensity exercise program. Sudden intense exercise can be dangerous for people with certain medical conditions. So how do you start safely? Begin at 50% of what you think your capability is. If you normally walk slowly, start with brisk walking. Week 2, increase to 60% intensity. Week 3, move to 70%. This gradual progression allows your body to adapt safely while minimizing injury risk. Let me share a practical 7-day exercise plan that incorporates these scientific findings. Mondays and Thursdays are your high-intensity days with 15-minute sessions. Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays are for 30 to 45 minutes of low-intensity exercise. Wednesdays and Saturdays are complete rest days or light stretching for your high-intensity sessions. Here's a specific structure that works incredibly well. Start with a 2-minute warm-up, then alternate between 30 seconds of all-out effort and 90 seconds of light recovery. Repeat this cycle 6 times, then finish with a 2-minute cool-down. That's exactly 15 minutes, and you're done. During those 30-second high-intensity intervals, you should be breathing heavily and feel like you couldn't maintain that pace much longer. This is where the magic happens at the cellular level. For low-intensity exercise, think brisk walking, light jogging, cycling, or swimming. The key is maintaining a pace where you could hold a conversation with someone next to you. If you're too out of breath to talk, you're going too hard. If you're too comfortable, you're not getting optimal benefits. The real-world results from people following this pattern are truly remarkable. McMaster University in Canada tracked 200 people over 60 years old for 6 months. Their vascular age decreased by an average of 8.3 years. Muscle mass increased by 12%. And cognitive function tests showed 23% improvement in memory and concentration. What's even more fascinating is that these changes extend far beyond physical benefits. Exercise triggers the release of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which promotes brain cell growth and enhances learning ability. High-intensity exercise can increase BDNF levels by up to 200%. Of course, individual differences matter significantly. Age, gender, current fitness level, and health status all influence the appropriate exercise intensity and duration. People over 50 should pay special attention to recovery time, as muscle and joint recovery slows with age. Exercise alone isn't enough for optimal longevity benefits. You need adequate sleep, balanced nutrition, and effective stress management. After high-intensity exercise, consuming quality protein is crucial. Aim for 0.3 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight within 30 minutes of finishing your workout to support muscle recovery and growth. Hydration is equally important. High-intensity exercise causes significant fluid and electrolyte loss through sweat. Drink plenty of water before and after exercise, and consider electrolyte drinks for sessions lasting more than an hour. Here's perhaps the most important factor for long-term success. Consistency beats perfection every time. Exercising for 20 minutes daily is far more effective than working out for 3 hours once a week. UCLA research shows that 95% of people who maintain an exercise routine for 6 months continue exercising long-term. To build a sustainable exercise habit, choose a time that fits your lifestyle. Morning people should exercise in the morning, while evening people should work out after work. The key is consistency in timing. Keep an exercise journal tracking what you did, how you felt afterward, and what you want to improve next time. This objective tracking helps you see progress and maintains motivation. Consider finding an exercise partner. Having someone to exercise with makes it much harder to skip workouts and adds accountability to your routine. Let me summarize the key takeaways. For maximum longevity benefits, Combine high-intensity and low-intensity exercise. If time is limited, 2 15-minute high-intensity sessions per week can provide substantial benefits. However, adding low-intensity exercise when possible enhances overall health outcomes. The most important step is starting today. Don't spend time creating the perfect plan. Get up right now and walk for 10 minutes. That small first step can transform your entire life. Your health is not optional, it's essential. I genuinely hope all of you can live longer, healthier lives. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe, and share your exercise experiences in the comments. I'll be back with more valuable health information soon. Thank you for watching.